In Genoa City, romance rarely sails on calm waters. Love is as volatile as the boardroom, and hearts often take the hardest hits. This week, all eyes are on Kyle Abbott, who finds himself at a crossroads between desperation, devotion, and disaster. In true young and restless fashion, his attempt to salvage his crumbling relationship might just set fire to everything he was trying to protect. The cracks begin to show. Kyle's relationship has been under scrutiny for months. Once the golden boy of the Abbott family, his charm and romantic devotion were part of his signature. But lately, cracks have been impossible to ignore. Miscommunication, outside interference, and his own insecurities have begun to unravel what once seemed untouchable. Friends warned him to slow down, to step back and reflect. But Kyle isn't wired for patience. Watching the woman he loves drift further from him feels unbearable, and in a moment of impulsive passion, he vows to take matters into his own hands. In his mind, it's simple. If he can just prove his loyalty, remind her of their connection, and push aside all the doubts, then their love can be reignited. But Genoa City isn't the kind of town where simple solutions come without consequences. The grand gesture. Every soap fan knows the power of a grand gesture. From rooftop proposals to last-minute airport confessions, no relationship is safe from dramatic displays. Kyle, desperate to reclaim the spark, concocts one of his own. Late at night, pacing the Abbott mansion, he comes up with a plan that sounds both romantic and reckless, a surprise trip, a symbolic gesture, and a declaration of his commitment. He tells himself that sweeping her away from the noise of Genoa City is the key to mending what's broken. Within 24 hours, Kyle has arranged everything: tickets, reservations, a carefully rehearsed speech that blends sincerity with passion. He imagines her eyes lighting up, her walls crumbling, and the two of them starting fresh. But there's one flaw. He never asked if this is what she wanted. A risky gamble. Kyle's bold move comes at the worst possible time. His partner has been quietly battling doubts of her own, about his loyalty, about the pressures of family legacy, about whether they're truly meant for the long haul. Instead of being comforted by the sudden display of devotion, she's startled.
Why now?
Why like this? She asks, suspicion lacing her words. What Kyle saw as romantic feels to her like an act of desperation, a plaster over wounds that need healing, not hiding. And then, the real bombshell drops. In his rush to orchestrate the perfect plan, Kyle overlooked the fact that trust, once fractured, cannot be fixed with luxury or spontaneity. His partner's expression shifts, not toward forgiveness, but toward resolve. This isn't the grand reunion he envisioned. It's a reckoning. The backfire. In Genoa City, timing is everything, and Kyle's timing couldn't be worse. Word of his surprise gesture trickles out, thanks to a few well-placed whispers from rivals who thrive on drama. Suddenly, what was meant to be a private moment turns into public spectacle. Family members chime in with opinions. Friends take sides. Enemies stir the pot. The grand gesture becomes less about love and more about gossip, pride, and power. The tension reaches its peak when his partner confronts him. Instead of gratitude, she delivers the harsh truth. This isn't about us. This is about you trying to control the narrative. You don't listen.
You don't ask.
You just act. Kyle, stunned, realizes too late that his desperate attempt to hold on may have pushed her even further away. The bold move has backfired spectacularly, leaving him more vulnerable than ever. Fallout in Genoa City. No one in Genoa City suffers alone. The fallout from Kyle's gamble ripples through every corner of his life. At Jabot, whispers of his personal drama affect his professional standing. The Abbotts, already dealing with their own tangled loyalties, grow frustrated by his impulsiveness. His father's disappointment stings the most. And Abbott doesn't beg, Jack warns, his voice heavy with both wisdom and worry. Love isn't won through spectacle, it's earned through patience and respect. Kyle, once so sure of his choices, begins to crumble under the weight of regret. The fear of losing the woman he loves is compounded by the realization that he may have confirmed her worst doubts about him. A glimmer of hope, or the final straw. Soap operas thrive on cliffhangers, and Kyle's story is no exception. Just when it seems the relationship is over, a subtle shift leaves fans guessing. His partner, torn between frustration and lingering affection, doesn't walk away completely. Instead, she leaves him with a haunting promise. "I need to think. Don't try to fix this for me. If we have a future, it'll be because we both want it, not because you forced it." It's a glimmer of hope, but one laced with uncertainty. For Kyle, the waiting may be the hardest part of all. Why this storyline matters. Kyle's latest misstep resonates with fans because it reflects a universal truth. Love cannot be forced. Grand gestures make for compelling television, but relationships are built on trust, communication, and respect. By trying to control the narrative, Kyle reminds us of how easy it is to confuse passion with pressure. In a broader sense, his storyline is a mirror for Genoa City itself, a place where ambition often collides with vulnerability, where power plays bleed into personal lives, and where every decision carries the potential for ruin or redemption. What comes next? As the dust settles, fans are left with pressing questions. Can Kyle learn from his mistakes, or will his pride sabotage him again? Will his partner see the gesture as misguided love or manipulative desperation? And perhaps most importantly, who else in Genoa City is waiting in the wings, ready to take advantage of Kyle's vulnerable state? Speculation runs wild. Some predict a reconciliation fueled by growth and humility. Others foresee a devastating breakup that sends Kyle spiraling into new romantic entanglements. And in The Young and Restless, anything is possible.